Alright, the Forgotten City. It's a different style compared to the Skyrim mod. Obviously they couldn't use Skyrim assets, so they reworked the models and the city, and I think it looks like some sort of ancient Roman or ancient Greece sort of deal, which is something I like. Music seem on the quiet side. I could probably tune this, tweak it a little bit, like that. It's thoroughly. I'm keeping the voices, the ambience, and the effects somewhat high because I would like to get immersed in the atmosphere. I'm considering turning the music off entirely. We'll see how that goes once we're in game. But yeah, everything should be good to go. So let's start a new game of the Forgotten City. A message from the devs. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. Your support allows us to continue doing what we love. We're deeply grateful. This is a mystery adventure with multiple endings. There was thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. Present day. So we know from the mod that we played that 2 things are going on. There's some sort of time loop thing happening.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Who am I? Select your body type. I mean, I can't really see much from this, but I'm gonna go with this. Sure, I'm that. Okay, I cannot type curate, can I? I can.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Select your body type is a new way of asking if you're a dude or a dudette, huh? I mean, honestly, the coin did not even look that clear, so... I'm just guessing I picked male, but I don't know. What's the last thing I remember? I was running from the law. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet and you're 25% faster when sprinting. I barely remember anything. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. I don't want to fight. I was in a covert mission. You have a military-issued firearm with 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. I was searching for ancient ruins. Years of studying history give you occasional insight into the ancient world. I guess I want insight into the ancient world. I want to know more about the lore. I don't care about the gun.
Oh, you're an archaeologist?
Sure, let's
then
go with that.
Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Okay, so from the very beginning I can tell they barely changed like the flavor of the text, but it's the same thing. If you remember the Skyrim mod, when we got into that area, we found a lady telling us her brother went into the ruins and he asked she asked us if we could find him, find what happened to him. So we're sort of in the same boat of what's happening. And what I was saying earlier is that we know two things about this game. Okay, one, there's time travel involved. And the second thing is that there was a spell on the city. I don't know if it's going to be the same, but I'm assuming the main gist is going to be the same. There was a spell on the city that prohibited everybody from committing crimes. And if somebody does a crime, the world ends. You restarted the day and, you know, you had to try again. It even looks like a Skyrim mod. The coin isn't the only thing weirdly washed out. I mean, they had to remove all the assets from Skyrim. I mean, I'm assuming they moved to a different engine. We also remember who she is? I don't know. And if I ask him a question first?
Of course. Sorry,
that's asking.
I don't mean to be pushy. I just...
She is. I mean, she's a stranger.
What do you want to know?
Who are you? What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
I don't know if I watched you play it or someone else who was more thorough. I don't know. I mean, I know that in the Skyrim mod, she was the sister of the guy that we were sent in to, you know, to look for, and she was not very. She wasn't related to the story at all. Not to what happened inside the city. She was just, you know, an excuse to send you in there. So you're not even going to tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
That's weird. Why don't you want to tell me? That is weird. I do not like that.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Was that it? Why didn't you want to tell me your name?
Look, if you really want to know all the tragic details, perhaps I can fill you in after you find Al?
Who is Al, by the way?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did.
Right.
I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Why would I like him? Where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy.
Oh, are we?
This river is the Tiber.
Oh, shit. Okay, we're in Italy. Oh, dear God, there's no way there's a Karen in Italy. I don't believe you. Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Why can't you tell me about the ruins?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Is that it? It's like you're very eager to send me in. That's all the questions I had.
So you're ready to go look for Al?
I'm going in for the priceless artifact, so I'll keep an eye out for him. I'll pass. Does that end the game? I'll pass.
Are you serious? I just saved your life, and you can't do this one little thing for me. What kind of an Ugh. Look, if you won't do it for me, do it for yourself. You want to know what you're doing here, right?
This is weird. She said that Al washed on the river, like, not long before me. So why is she so attached to him? This lady's not telling me the whole story, but you know what? Good point. I'll take a look.
My hero. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Flashlight. A heavy-duty battery-powered flashlight. Okay. Whoa. Alright, let's get the, okay. I think I got the frame loss out of the way as it was loading the area, and now it's fine. As always, I have to fix my sensitivity because it's trash. 69, nice. Nice. Better. What you got here? What you got there? Is that chicken? Is that salmon? It cannot be salmon. Is that like a trout? This does not look like Italy. Inspector robot. An old wooden robot. Karen must have used it to rescue me from the river.
The ruins are just beyond those columns. Please, hurry.
Liddy, I know. I'm just looking around. Been in Italy a long time, lady, and this does not look like Italy.
The ruins are just beyond those columns. Please, hurry.
I don't think these devs have been in Italy either. Hello? Is that a phone? Hello? Hello? Lady? I think that tree is ringing. What do we do?
The ruins are just beyond those columns. Please, hurry.
Are you sure you didn't throw your phone in that tree? Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Whatever. Enter the ruins. Alright. A rusted metal torch which must have been lit by Al. I'm going the right way. There I am. I'll shift to sprint. What if I don't want to sprint? What if I want to take my time exploring this place, huh? What's this? A backpack. Just let me take a look around before we start going in place. Oh, there's an invisible wall here. Alright, well, never mind. Guess I'll take a look at the backpack. A backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but still, it seems strange that Al left it behind. Alright. Can I take it? It says leave the item. I mean, I could use a backpack. Al's note. If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to the ancient Roman city, hidden deep underground. Its existence it's long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads... Is there a Latin inscription there? Don't see it. You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place. Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down here against the odds? No. It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation or a warning.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise.
Fuck.
The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning.
There's a statue here.
Alworth.
Oh my god, I have arms. Okay. There's a statue. An ancient Roman statue of an unknown man in an inscrutable pose. One hand seems to welcome, the other warns. We also have a golden carafe. A golden carafe fixed permanently in place, and then a Latin plaque, which says the exact same thing. Okay, so Al clearly fell down the hole and died. I want to leave now. Hello? Can I leave? Hello? I want to leave. Lady? Lady, are you out there? Please. Please, lady. I mean, I did it. I found the trap. Al is dead. I want to get out. You gotta explore the hole for Karen. Karen can go fuck herself. I want to get out of here. You think Karen locked me in? That bitch. Dude, no one in the right mind would ever jump down this. I fell accidentally. I didn't mean to. Fuck. I really did not mean to do that. Pretty sure you weren't supposed to avoid the trap. Yeah, well, what do you want me to do? I did it, okay? I'm a great man. And I instantly avoided the trap because I had a feeling that would happen. The game broke RP, okay? That's a fail RP from the game. Never forget that. I won the game already. Okay? In my book, I left that room, pried it open with a piece of the, I don't know, of the statue or something that I found in there. First of all, I probably picked up the backpack and not left it outside, so there was that as well. And I would have found my way out of that place, and I would have beat the shit out of Karen, pushed her into the freaking hole, and then left with the rowboat that she conveniently left for me on the shore. Is this Meminis Semper Vigilant? Vigilaband? I don't think that's a word. Always remember they're watching. Is this like Google Translate Latin? Got powered RP'd. Hell yes. Oh, this is nice. Hello? The fuck was that sound? What is that sound? Sounds like a sword. Huh? You said that? Did you say something, man? If you said something, you have to tell me, legally. Let's go cobwebs down there. Oh, man. These guys... Who the fuck made these statues? They all look weird, man. All of them. What is that sound? What's happening here? Oh. It's all sort of broken. Okay, this guy does not... Is that... That's not Roman... Whoops. As I was saying, I don't think that's a Roman armor. Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell, really. A Roman gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? I mean, it's a statue. It's not... He was fleeing. Hello? What the fuck? Huh? What did you say? A young Roman woman. It looks like she was begging for her life. What was the story of the mod, by the way? I think there was like a demigod creature stuck down at the bottom of the city that was keeping up the spell that got everyone trapped in the city. And I had to learn about the stories of all these people living here to get the pieces of the armor needed to get past the area with insane, like, radiation or something. Just to reach him and convince him to lift the spell and let me go back to the present. Back to the future, if you will. Oh, you know, that was the general story. Then there was a story of the city itself, which, if I'm correct, it was about this king and the high society locking themselves in the, like, big structure while leaving all the others on the base of the town, living on their own. Because they were not worthy of getting to the big place or something like that. I don't know, it's been a year. And I think I gamed that mod a little too hard and I skipped a lot of the individual stories of the people. But mostly it's been a year, so I don't exactly remember the details. Hey, are you Al? Roman military commander attempted to scramble away from something. So this is probably the city after the disaster, okay? And these are probably the people living here. Somebody committed a crime. The spell from the demigod activated, turned everybody into gold and crushed the entire town. In the other version of the game, in the mod, it was like you had all the automatons like the dwarven automatons activating throughout the city, and like the entire place collapsing and meteors falling from the sky. It was like an automated self-destruction system. Roman legionary in a state of terror. Shit, I got him stuck. Come on, man. I want to push you next to the other one. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, there you go. No, come on, dude. I know you can do it. There you go. Come on. Hug him. Hug him. Okay. That didn't really work, but whatever. Oh. What the fuck? Okay, that works. Nice. And that's how you make art, baby. That's my art piece. Let's see if the layout of the city is different. This seems different so far. I can hear you, yes. A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. Ah, well, it sucks for you, lady. Anyway. Is there an invisible wall here? Dude, are you serious? There's an invisible wall. Oh, there's an invisible wall. Bullshit. Oh, ow. Fuck.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate
I did not read the stone tablet. Why did you read it for me?
A lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
I mean, I agree. But I feel like I'm stuck here, so... Also, I don't like how the game read the tablet for me. I didn't mean to. I was just exploring and the game went like... No, you did the quest. A golden statue of an old man wearing a modern clothing. This must be Al, but how is that possible? I don't know. The big tree is gone? Okay, the city was... It had like... all the massive palace on that side, right? Imagine that's a cliff, and you had a big palace over that cliff that went all the way around here. Then the town was sort of like in a big circle in the middle. Over there would have been the exit, and then over that side you had that bridge across the river, sorry, the lake, I suppose, leading to the single house where you go back in time. Which I'm assuming it's that now. I do remember the layout pretty well. I may not remember details of the story, but my navigational skills actually are still intact, and I vividly remember everything about the town. I remember that under the structure at the town level, you had a gate where you had to go through to go to the underground dungeon. Okay, the underground dungeon then was like a big spiral down until you reach the bottom chamber with the gold inside. And I think the god, I'm calling it a god, but I think it was an ancient Dwemer. Like, you know, the Dwemers that disappeared magically, mystically from the history of Skyrim at some point. I think it was one of them, still alive, with immense magical power. Hi, would you look at this? A Roman man on his knees as if begging the gods for mercy. The voices keep saying this way, this way. I'm assuming they mean that way. A skeleton. The remains of a human, whoever it was, died a long, long time ago. I mean, why would I ever jump in there? This is insane. You climb on the legend, the voices said this way? You're right, man, you're right. Let me jump down. Actually, there's an invisible wall, I cannot jump down. Are you sure those voices are from the city? Or did you just forget to take your meds? What meds? I'm not taking any meds. Look, it's fine, don't worry about it, okay? And we got sucked into a temporal stargate or something. You can cycle through your flashlight and your weapons. Weapons? A relief. Roman relief depicting a great circular portal with two women. I wonder who they could be. Figure out how to return to your original time. Fuck me, the game is spoiling the story before I even do anything. Hi.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Hi, I'm Curie. I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head?
How
That's
dare
all right,
you?
friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Seriously, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
Right. What year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused.
What's
817
AUC?
years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from exactly?
Fuck. When was Rome found? It was like 500 BC or something, wasn't it? Archaeologist insights. So it's 65 CE. There you go. See?
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
What if I don't? Your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in.
Alright.
So then, you coming?
No thanks, I'll make my own way.
Look, you seem like you might need a little extra help, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I showed you the way.
Dude, don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
All right, friend, suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Centius in his villa down there. See you around.
I can't swing my flashlight, so I don't think I can do it. Already skipping story? I'm not skipping the story. I'm just gonna openly explore the place. Okay, so yeah, the map is a little different. It also runs like absolute garbage. I don't know why it looks so much worse on stream though. Is it like super choppy on stream? Or is it just my preview on OBS? Choppy? Super choppy. I don't know why. It's not like that on my screen, but I can see in the preview that it's horrific. I mean, we can try to do something about it, but I don't know if it's gonna help. Okay, this looks better for me. And it looks a little better on stream too, so... I guess this is gonna be our compromise. Okay, anyway. So the guy walked down there, but we're not following that guy. We're going where we want. Seems good now? It's still nowhere near as good as it's on my PC, but, you know, it's way better than before. And it still looks okay, you know. Huh? Did you say that? Why are there random golden statues? Hey.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
What's the story, dude?
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
I have time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there.
God damn
I
it,
took
right?
over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too
It
long.
really does.
We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. still burns whenever I think about it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again.
A stranger was dragging you out of a river, you said. Was she named Karen? I'm glad things worked out in the end.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course.
Of course.
He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
Sure, lie.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
It looks like that guy from the cleaning supplies. Yes, it really does. I think like his original name is Mr. Clean or something like that. In Italy, it's called Mastro Lindo, which means Mr. like squeaky clean or something like that. So, I think a very close translation. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Oh, there is Meister proper. Interesting. So do you know a way out of here? I want to get out.
As much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Cintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Centia. But she'd never tell the likes of me. All right. See you around.
Master Neat, getting a bit more respect in Germany than the regular Mister. Yeah, probably. I don't know why, but... Oh, he's got a goat. Nice. They got eggs. Goose eggs. A bunch of goose eggs. Take them. Alright. I took the goose eggs. I don't know what to do with them. There's a goose. I can talk to the goose. The goose says honk. Alright. Why? What the fuck do you want, lady? I swear. I'm gonna punch you. Lovely town, though. Lovely town. What's this? I do vividly remember that massive underground tunnel system. Ooh, money. Arrows and a bottle of wine. Possibly the last bottle of wine in the city. Take it. Can I check my inventory? Alright. Cool. What's this? TBD meliori sunto quam nobis fuervant. Fuerunt? May the gods be kinder to you than they were to us, stranger. Alright, whatever you say. I still hear that weird sound. Like somebody like sharpening a sword or something. Can't wait for you to have 10 bottles of last bottles of wine. Yeah, probably. Where the heck am I going here? Denarius and oh, looky, another last bottle of wine. I'll take it. Guys, it's possibly the last bottle of wine. I have to take it. Can you hear me? What? Hello? Errant exsangue sine corpore atosibus umbras, which means the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. A note from Livia. Summary. Cryptic, almost poetic rambling from Livia. The place is called Accursed. Here, Titos offers up his innards to be torn, stretched out over 9 fields. You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Ixion turns and follows after himself and flees, and the 49 Bellides, who dared to plot the destruction of their cousins, the husbands, fetch again, with incessant labor, the water they have lost. Huh? What? Yo. Throwing punches here. Do you think it's the people inside the statues making those sounds? Like they're trying to, you know, escape the golden prison they are stuck in? Creeper vines. They might be climbable if only they could support my weight. Okay. I guess I don't have the climb skill yet. Oh, sorry, what did you say, lady? Do I need climbing gears? Can I even find climbing gears around here? Man, if only I had the hiking backpack that guy had on him, and I for some reason decided not to take with me. What's this? A stone disc. A circular stone disc with a symbol of a fish carved into it. It looks like it might be religious in nature. Alright. We also have a loaf of bread. I can steal it. Alright. Leave it there for the time being. It's a dick. No, it's a fish. See, it's a fish. A wooden carving with a symbol of a fish carved into it. It looks like it might be religious in nature. It's the same thing. It says Ixois. Ixoia. Alright. So I can steal the bread. But, I think if I do, I'm gonna destroy the world. And then I'm fucked. I don't want to do that. However, is it a crime if nobody sees me? You know? I guess we have to find out sooner or later. I need to know if I can steal things or not.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Well, I guess it was a problem. Follow Sentius back to the shrine and use the portal again. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Oh my god, I'm lost. Oh my god. Dude, these are just houses. I don't remember how to get out of here. There's a zip line. Can I can I use a zip line? Well, I'm dead. Well, now we know that we cannot steal even if we can't really even if we're not seen, we cannot steal. The god or the gods know. Okay? And look, we're back here, so that means we can have the tour again. Well, not again, but you know, I can walk with him now, yes. Wait, are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange.
Am I speaking Latin?
Oh, I see what you did there, changing the subject.
Shana Proserpina.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime?
Sure, sure.
You're not from around here, are you? And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine?
I'm Kyrie. I've just come from the future. I'm Kyrie, and I just got lost.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now?
No, no.
Listen,
I see what happens.
Seem a bit confused
if I
when
do.
they get here, but you seem very lost.
I just told you
in
I am.
more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here and
The laws? Actually, my
but
law.
our-
Okay,
so
we
then-
know this. Okay, lead the way.
follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing.
23?
No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend?
Hey,
Dolores?
stranger.
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
I'll see you later, Aurelia, okay?
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat.
Oh, that sucks.
That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic.
There's weapons at the bottom, huh?
Most of us have almost nothing. Just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen.
Hi.
My name's Horatius. Magistrate Cintilla asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Alright. What's this about?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule.
Right.
It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Sure. Alright, lead the way.
Follow me.
But hold it right there. I think the voices are a little too quiet. So, boop. Boop.
The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule.
Better.
Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9.
Oh my
Didn't
god.
matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective.
What the fuck?
We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Right, cheers.
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
Hello, stranger.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
I'm not a barbarian. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do.
Maybe it
But
is.
what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
True, true. Fair question.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the Golden Rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
I suppose we'll find out sooner or later.
I suppose we will.
So, what's the story, by the
I'm
way?
Cintilla, eldest daughter of the magistrate.
Ah, you're
But
Cintilla.
you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
Do you know a way out of here?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it?
Wow,
Well,
this
that's
person
just a
is,
stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Cintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Alright, can I help though?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know.
Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Maybe. When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
Was she seeing someone?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Okay, why is that? Because it was probably not from the palace.
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Is it possible her lover was involved? No, probably not.
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy.
I mean,
I hope
to
you're
be
not
fair,
insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
if she died anyway, in any way, they would have broken the rules, so she must be still alive and well somehow. I think you just know something you're not telling me.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Well, whatever. I don't care about you anyway. So I remember in the other game there was...
Whatever are you wearing?
Shut the fuck up. There was a way to break the golden rule. And it was something about the statues they were watching or something like that. So you could break it. I'm wondering if there's a way to do it here as well. Brass mirror polished into a rudimentary mirror. Wow, that really sucks, huh? Is that what they had in Roman times? I mean, they didn't really have mirrors, so... A small vial containing oil. A perfume made from flower oil. Okay. Ink jar. And a pen. She could have had an accident, you're covering it, not a crime. I mean, true.
Whatever are you wearing?
Although I vividly remember the leader of this place was actually committing crime. Because he knew how to get around the rule. He knew the secret of the rule, so he was sort of, you know... I cannot steal those. So I'm wondering if they kept that in, or if they somehow changed it. Note from Cintilla. Cintilla to Centius. May Jupiter Optimus Maximum continue to protect you and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter and for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise I will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father and Centia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but if you can show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be, you will be re-elected. I'm sure of it. Wait, she was adopted? Are you the guy? Magistrate Centius.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Akure.
A curious name.
A curious, yeah, I see what you did there.
Curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure.
Equitia,
now,
if
you're
it's
probably
Latin.
wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that.
Not
but
Equitia.
First, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. It's beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months.
Is it 7 months,
22
though?
complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Yes. Is it true, though? I don't know. Can't say I have, I suppose.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule.
Right.
It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here.
What do you
All
mean?
that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Are you the one breaking the golden rule? What counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide?
Well, we know some of those
As
are
magistrate,
not
I had to exercise
punishable.
leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Yes, indeed. Makes sense to me. Not sure that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral. And many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome
Yeah, but
is
I'm
a
from the
beacon
future,
of
you see.
light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving,
Ooh,
they are
you
given
got me
food
there.
rations. And when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the
Dude, did we
hubris to call
devolve
us
from Roman
barbaric.
Empire times? Don't women have fewer rights than men, though? That's a good question.
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Shouldn't that be a choice, though? Don't you persecute the Christians as well, you know?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year?
Okay, yeah, I see
Hard
that.
to blame the people for being angry about.
I mean, Don't you also practice collective punishment?
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Fuck choices. Well, where I'm from, we consider those things to be abhorrent, you know? Don't your people watch blood sports for entertainment? Dude, I would watch blood sport for entertainment, you know what I mean?
On occasion. But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway.
See?
I do not see the harm.
I don't see any harm either, you know? This guy has some good point. I say that we should have blood sports in our society. Hey, Ikus, how's it going? I like 90% of our video games, blood sports are for entertainment. Dude, I'm telling you real life stuff. I want to see, like, can we get gladiators back? Or can we have something like Blood Bowl? For real, though. I would watch that. Once, probably. I would be horrified and I would never watch it again. But, you know, at least once. Don't your laws allow for slave ownership?
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
I see. Well, where I'm from, we consider those things to be abhorrent.
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Yes. So why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends.
Right.
I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem.
I see what you mean,
unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. You can't figure out the game you want to play? That's a tough one. I'm also sort of struggling lately. Like, I'm playing a bunch of games that I can't find something that I'm really passionate about. And it's probably due to the fact that what I'm actually passionate about cannot be played because my GPU is, it's struggling lately. It's been struggling with the newest games. And, yeah, it's becoming a problem. It's limiting my choices of what I can and cannot do, unfortunately. And that's not gonna change anytime soon, so yikes. What did you mean when you said Proserpina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway.
Wait, did you do that?
So that if
did you drag
the
me here?
unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back.
Dude, I would beat the
And when I saw
shit out
you
of if I
arrive
could,
in a
mate.
flash of light from the goddess's shrine,
Damn it.
I knew that person was you.
It's his fault.
You don't belong in our time, do you?
You're right. I'm from 2,000 years in the future, man.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
Bunch of ruins and bad statues, all being turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
So how does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions.
You stumbled across
I have to recite
instructions?
a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal.
Dude, I have a goat?
In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
Wait, did you kill someone?
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
Oh, right. I did see human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Sure. I'll do my best. And also, if we save the city and he doesn't do the ritual, that means he's gonna not do the ritual and I'm not gonna be... It's gonna form a paradox. I'll do my best. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, but I'll do my
I
best.
suppose that's all I can ask for.
Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Okay. Fair enough. How do I know you're not the one responsible, though? Because I do vividly remember you fucked... You did some bad things.
Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
Fair point.
I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without
I
each
still don't
other,
trust you, though.
we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Do you think it could be related to Cintilla's disappearance?
So you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful.
Okay, come on, tell me what you really think.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
If I do this, will you help me get back to my own time? I mean, it's gonna say yes no matter what. It's a useless question.
If I understand Prosperna's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain.
It's what I just said.
If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us.
But
Make
if you don't do the ritual and I don't... I mean, I understand why it's a paradox, but at the same time... sure, why not? That's all the questions I had.
Good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Sure. It doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good point, I mean.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Okay. I'll get
and
started.
one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo.
You mean Lucrezia?
In the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Surely you mean Lucrezia. I'll get right on it. Time to whip out those emulators. There's a lot of good games from the NES, SNES era. Even some good old PlayStation or PlayStation 2 RPGs. Press tab to check your quest journal and inventory at any time. Right. So I can enter people's home. Why is this Laurorium? A small household shrine where ancient Romans offer daily prayers and protection. Oh, interesting. I'm trying to see if I notice, I don't know, a way to break the law. Of like, press X to get guide. I don't want to do that. I'm fine. What's this? Produce. A stove. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servant's problem. Yep. A shovel. A Roman fire shovel made of bronze. It smells like ash. Okay. Bust. Sculpture of Ares, the Greek god of war, known to the Roman as Mars. Of course. Yes, yes. A vial of what's possibly perfume, cosmetic jar containing makeup, and census journal. Dear Diary, today my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you're reading this, Father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We're all entitled to our secrets, Cintilla. Damn. Get wrecked. And there's money. Ink jar, mirrors, vials. Cintilla. This is Cintilla's room? Hang on. Is there anything? Anything hidden, maybe? Doesn't look like it. So, get to talk to me now?
Whatever are you wearing? Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here? Get out, you horrid barbarian!
Wow. Alright. Guess we burned that bridge.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Hey.
What now?
What's the story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others. And making sure they're all behaving.
Right.
I also keep a register of new arrivals.
Mm-hmm. How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it.
I see.
My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch
sorry,
my
the
pendant.
what now?
I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Cintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
I'll be going now.
Alright.
But just because I want to do what I said I would do earlier, I will now kill the music. Oh, yes. I like this. We can focus on the dialogues and the sound effects and whatnot.
What now?
So what can you tell me about the Magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had. That's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Sure. Thank you. Okay, so we have Aurelia, commoner, tavern keeper. Quarters tavern in slums, claims to know a way out. Okay. Should I write this down? Claudia, a patrician, wife of Malleolus, is in the villa. Decius, commoner, merchant. Domitius, commoner, Malleus, guard in the slums. Duilius, imprisoned in the warehouse. Okay. Equitia, Vestal priestess. What the fuck is going on? Am I going crazy? I think it was my neighbors. I'm starting to, it's one of those days, you know? It's one of those bad days. Fabia, the baker in the slums. Gregorius. Not many notes on these things. Hannibal died in the cistern. Okay. A forager. Horatius, the guard, is this guy. Kabash, foreigner fisherman, he disappeared. Julia, debt bondsman to Malleolus. Olivia now refuses to work. She's a hairdresser. Lucrezia in the slums, she's a nurse. She's the one we should talk to. Malleolus, money lending, is a patrician, not to be trusted. Navia, physician, locked herself in palace. That's not good. Octavia in the villa. Rufius. Oh, I didn't finish, but
Of course.
thanks. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective.
Sucks though.
The
That
Legion
really
wouldn't be
sucks.
the most formidable force in the world without it.
Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
I mean, that's exactly the problem. That's messed up.
Your sort wouldn't last a week in the Legion.
You say you're in favor of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to
I'm gonna
rest
kill those birds in a
satisfied
moment, by the
with
way.
what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. If you like.
Who are you going to vote for?
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Centius.
Right.
Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Centius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case,
This afternoon,
if
huh?
you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Aquatia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Okay.
All right?
These birds are way too loud. Also, what the fuck is going on with my neighbors? Is it gonna be one of those days where I have to like stop streaming today? The birds are still loud, huh?
Citizen,
The heck is this guy? The fuck is this guy doing? Oh, is this the Domitius
What
guy?
were you two talking about?
Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Centius up on his balcony.
Shady.
What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
He wasn't trying to buy my vote.
What? You're throwing your lot in with him for free then? That's even worse.
Dude, I didn't even
Mark
say
my
that.
words, Malleolus is gonna be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
Dude, I don't care about the election.
Good. Then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Did he call me like a shitty? Thanks for the warm welcome. I'll be going now. Asshole. Centius and Malleolus, same excrement, different smell. Oh. Of course, this is in Skyrim. We don't have loading times getting into houses. Note to Octavia. Alright. An anonymous friend to Octavia, may the Lord bless and keep you. I am sorry I could not risk discussing this with you in person, but if I am right and you're a believer like me, you may not be able to worship openly here, but know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, there's a special place waiting for you deep in the caves behind the theater. Turn right at the first fork, and then again at the second. Okay. It's direction for someplace? Shrine deep underground? I don't like that the statue just keeps whispering at me. I can steal a coin pouch. Can't steal anything until I know the rule. I know there's a way around it. There has to be a way around it.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
I mean, you say so. So, who are you, lady?
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Aquatia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Put a giant bucket on the god's head. That's a good way. What's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Centius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
What's your role in the election?
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
So do you get a vote? Who's allowed to vote?
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend. Unless they're running, of course.
The women can't vote?
That's just the way it's always been, I'm afraid. It never sat right with me, either. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role overseeing the election, I've decided to abstain. I can't allow the perception that I'm being anything but fair and independent, but if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
Of course. Such as?
By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of
Oh,
course.
no. Talk about something else. What's your story?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Sorry, what should I have done?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me.
Lady, time for that.
You would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is.
That sounds
So,
absolutely
let's do it your way.
crazy.
You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Okay, what's a Vestal priestess?
You really don't know? You are from far away, aren't you?
I'm an archaeologist
Well,
studying
I
Roman
am
culture,
one of
but I
the
don't know what it
priestesses
is. Also, what the
charged
fuck
with
is wrong with your
keeping the
left
sacred
eye?
flame in Rome's shrine of Vesta burning. I take it you know who Vesta is?
I do. Remind me though.
Vesta is the mother goddess of hearth and home, and the guardian of the Roman people.
Glad you noticed it. It's impossible not to notice. It's going on its own, you know? It's on its own journey. How did you end up here?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
It carries negative connotations where I'm from. It's an older name, but not uncommon where I'm from.
Older. I see. I wonder if... No.
What were you going to say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
I think most people said they were carried by you being a bit coy. Well, I'll do that.
Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
What happened to Livia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help.
Did she figure out
But
what
she just
the heck?
looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern.
Oh, she knows.
Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
I'll be careful.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth.
3
and come
common
back to me
threads.
if you discover any patterns.
I'll see what I can do. Wait, what was that? This would prioritize the quest, showing its objective markers only. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Do you know a way out of here? What do you think of the rule?
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Is there a short version?
I suppose so. Jupiter and Mercury put a town to the test by disguising themselves as vagrants and asking for shelter there. Everyone turned them away and failed that test, except for an old couple named Baucis and Philemon, and so the gods gave them time to escape and granted them a wish, and then wiped that town off the map.
I see.
Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
Or perhaps it's that the gods might kill you at any moment for failing the test and they don't even have to tell you what the rules are.
A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely invalid, I suppose.
Anyway, I'll be going now.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Sure. Is it about him turning into a cockroach? Well, that's a different guy. I don't think that's Ovid. It was a different one. Okay. What do you mean locked? Okay. Let me in. The vines. It's climbable, if only they could support my weight. I still don't have the ability to climb. It's fine.
What now?
The fuck? Who are you?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Oh yeah? Well, what do you think about the golden rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Is this guy was this guy a Khajiit? In the in the Skyrim mod? I know the feeling. I've lived through a pandemic.
Ah, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out.
I know.
Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something.
I mean, not only watching, they're
I
also
don't like it.
talking to me. I think you're right.
Of course I am.
Do you know a way out of here, though?
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
Fair point. What are you going to vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Centius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
You make a good point. Anything I can do to change that? No. Why would I do that?
Fine.
What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province.
Oh.
But I've been roaming a long time now.
Right.
Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
What does that mean? Are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Sure. Why don't you have your weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Okay, this guy's dangerous. Not much. How did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
Okay, can you... How much of a talker are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
What are you dealing with?
None of your business. Introiti ipsam commensula.
What did you call me?
If we have to. Whatever.
What did he call me? What did he say? I am sort of lost. The city is way different from what it used to be. Shrine of Apollo? What is this? Locked. Goddamn it. What the? Okay. The statue... That's a scraping noise. It's just that none of us are paranoid enough to notice the statues turning into words as well. Good thing someone is paranoid enough. Oh my god. The statues are watching me. Oh my god, they really are.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Fuck. You think that's it then? The statues watching me is the trigger. But if they can't see me, I could technically steal. I think that's it. But I cannot quick save like I do in Skyrim, so we cannot really... wait, I can actually. I actually just did. Dangerous
a fellow
power to
traveler
give to me.
from a faraway land.
You need to steal anyway now that you know Senti, dude? You can run it to him with this portal? I mean, I have to figure out a way, though.
Greetings.
Hey.
I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary.
I know.
Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
My nation doesn't exist yet. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world.
Then you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Sure. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why'd you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left.
That's a powerful way to get their attention.
This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
What can we do about it, though?
If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
That sounds simple enough.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
True. I know, I've seen it happen. I've done it myself.
The voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
And I don't think you want to use the statues for anything, okay? I'm just telling you as a friend right now. Do not touch those statues. What's the story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why set up a tailor shop here? I mean, that's a stupid question. Why not?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
People need clothes. Workers will consume theirs. The rich will probably want to buy more and newer ones.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Fair enough, I suppose so. Yeah.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
That's a very positive attitude. How did you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Oh, what the heck? Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares.
So all of them came from Rome and the fire,
to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing.
Right.
When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger.
You don't say.
I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Alright.
Anything you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at?
Sorry, just say the wrong thing?
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
No, the last attempt.
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Why don't you tell me?
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
I can do that. Why hasn't anyone done that though?
They have. I am getting to that.
Oh boy.
There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Okay, got it, thanks. What are you going to vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Right.
But of course, I hope...
Salve!
Hey, Galerius, we need to talk. I know we talked already, but that was in another timeline,
Well,
so... I need you to tell me your life story.
Tried to escape a couple... The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river.
There it is again.
Stumbled across this place and... even... So...
Sure,
Thanks.
lie. Do you know a way out of here?
Well, but Cintilla, Sentius's daughter...
Yeah, what do you think about the Golden Rule?
I don't give it much thought these days.
So who do you, what do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
I think that's what we did in the mod, didn't we? We elected the guy, the farmer boy. He became the leader.
Alright, see you around.
Hello? Bread. I can take it without stealing. Oh my god. Take it. Take all the bread. I don't know why I need the bread, but take it. The mill. A stone mill. It looks like flour and grain are poured in from above and ground between the stones as the handles are rotated. Alright. There's a note. Roman recipe for bread. A generous pinch of yeast, a pinch of salt, 2.5 cups of warm water, and 1 pound of flour. Pour the water into a mixing bowl and salt. I know how to make bread. A locked chest. A shopping list. Things to buy once I've escaped. A villa on the Aventine in Rome. 2-horse chariot, seat on the Senate. A 4-horse chariot. Then a villa on the Bay of Naples. 10-horse chariots. And then 12 slave girls, pale and plump. Oh. If you turn the statue's head and then keep watching it so it doesn't move, can you still? That's a good question. I will try that as soon as I find a lone statue and something to steal. Because right now we also have these. I don't think I can do much about these.
Salve.
Virgil?
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community.
Salve, salve.
My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death. I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Why is it impronounceable? What about your name? What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
I think so, yeah.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
Yeah, but how do you remove a god from power? Yeah, see, it's right here.
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
I'll think about it.
Nice to talk to you.
It says something about graffiti, so I'm gonna look around for graffiti like this. Peccator, which means sinner. Yeah. I didn't even need the translation there. It's an anvil, a Roman anvil. It looks odd without a horn, but that must be more of a modern innovation. That is true. Bellows and a shovel and a hammer and a bunch of other things. And a chest. And no statues around here, huh? Why do anvils have horns? It's for bending specific metals. Like, if you have something that you want to, like, ply, you probably wrap it around the horn and you beat around the horn. I know, like, you make shields by doing something like that. An accusatory note. Or basically bend it over the 90 degrees. I mean, if you have to bend it, yeah, but the horn is like has a rounded thing. It's like a rounded end, so it gives it more like a softer curve when you. I'd like to beat around the horn. Oh, for fuck's sake! Bonk! Beaten into horny jail once again. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? Oh, do you think this is, we had something like that in the mod. Wasn't there a guy that was...
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think...
It was homosexual, and,
whatever is in there,
maybe Rufus was the one
to be important.
bullying him, vexing him. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna drop a save. I'm gonna see if I press F9 if it does reload. Indeed, it does. Isn't the same exact spot? It is. Okay. They may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. Alright. And steal the money. No, they saw me. They saw me. They saw me. They saw me. Breaking the golden rule.
Suffer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not the statues. It's not the statues. It's something else. Fuck. Dude. There's nothing here.
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. Welcome back.
Do it again and run to the portal. Why would I? Oh, do you think I get to keep the stuff I stolen? Do we even know where the portal is? I know where the portal is. I don't know how to get there though. Do you know a way out of here?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the golden rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility.
Now? What did you just
say?
say?
They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
Right. I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Which is weird in Roman times. I thought that was pretty normal.
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Novio Magus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly,
not a way of living.
Until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
I thought that the concept of sinner is also not very Roman. I know, it's probably, yeah, you're right. That's a good point. It might be some Christian around here. I mean, we read a note about like a hidden shrine down in the caves, so maybe somebody is, you know, praying to the old JC down there. Sorry to hear that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection of handwritten notes too.
I know, I've been through your stuff.
The thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god,
oh.
and that he considers my nature a sin.
I get it, they are cultists.
Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
I'm gonna look into it for you, okay?
What? Really? I didn't expect that.
Mostly because I know who it is.
It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll see what I can do. What's the story, man?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing.
So you're more
But
like a
you
carpenter
probably
nowadays.
don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Actually, I would like to know about the city's architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas.
Right.
And the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
Wasn't there like a broken piece somewhere in the mansion that allowed us to leave? I remember breaking down a wall. If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know.
Nah, I've been
not
talking
saying
about
it's
that for
impossible.
years.
But you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Okay, tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Oh, is it? Isn't it common for Romans to copy Greek and art and architecture? I think it is, yeah.
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place?
Ooh.
And could it be far older than any of us imagine?
You think the
If
gold on the
only
ground
there
is
was a
actually
way
Greek?
we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
I mean, I can almost hear them. Tell me about the temple on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to?
Do you think the god is not
And
underground
could it
in
be
this
the one
version of the
responsible
game,
for
but it's
the
up
golden
there?
rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
I guess I'll have to figure out a way inside.
Of course.
I'll be going
Nice to
now.
talk.
I don't care what you vote for. I actually don't care. Okay. What's this? Dooley's note. I did not do it, Dooley. Okay. What, Oh.
Hello?
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 Hello? Are you the crazy guy that was stuck in the corner of a town last time? I mean, in the other version of the game? What do you think about the golden rule?
Gold? You mean treasure?
Never mind. Yeah, he was the dumb one, wasn't he? He had a brother with a treasure, though. What's the story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
Oh, what did you do, Dooley?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Somebody think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it. More than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liar, Billy? You mean a liability?
Yes. They said I have to live here now.
A liar, Billy.
And gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Sure. Yeah. Give me the letter. Oh my god, that's a lot to read, huh? From Magistrate Sentius to Dooley. I'm writing to you in relation your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremember. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community, and must have your freedom limited lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember who you are, why you are incarcerated, should you experience further lapses in memory. Damn.
What does it say?
It says that they caught you trespassing several times and they locked you up to stop you from breaking the golden rule.
My treasure!
Oh, Dooley, what treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. And he said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here.
Right.
Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And the priestess lady.
Aqueducts.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, she seemed nice. I mean, if you give me the keys, I can try to find out what it unlocks.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Let me talk to the magistrate about getting you out. I mean,
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen. No matter what.
Everybody listen to me. Maybe I'll just break you out.
What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad.
Then maybe it's time we had a new magistrate. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I'll
Galerius?
figure out how to get Galerius elected.
Nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
I'll see what I can do.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Damn it. Just like... What's going on?
Help! You have to do something.
What the fuck?
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
Oh, fuck. How? I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
I'll get right on to it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
What do you mean no? Don't go in there.
What? Why?
Just trust me. I have a bad feeling about it.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Wait, who are you again?
Fabia. But now's
Fabia.
not the time.
All right, Fabia. Got it. How the fuck confront the armed man in the city? How do I can't find the bow. Obtain a bow. Activate quest. Ah, it's not really active. Alright. Confront the man entering the city. It's in there. I'm gonna quick save. This guy's gonna kill me. Hey.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city's second building on your left. What the fuck? I don't know, a Quinctius. Quintius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you.
Look, I'm new around here.
I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest.
That's a problem.
Is that understood?
I mean, I swear I wasn't lying.
You are not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer. Is that understood?
You're being unreasonable. Got it, though.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
Just a small community of strangers who wound up here by accident.
A small community. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
We're not a cult. Wait, what's the mystery cult?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me.
What?
Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
Wait, what did he do? You got the wrong idea. We're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
I mean, I'm looking for a way out, dude.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave?
It's not that we're not allowed to leave. We physically cannot leave. There's no way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me.
Dude,
and I saw the
you're not
inscription
listening.
saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not, yes, because it's true. Oh, fuck, there's no good answer. No, I don't believe in that.
Another lie. So you really do believe that?
Oh my god.
Fascinating. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They were once people who were turned to gold as punishment, and now I fully sound like a crazy person.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
You're distorting what I just said.
Yes, yes, because I'm the real villain here. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quinctius is. Do not waste it.
What is it going to take for you to let this go? Gold, take all the gold you want. I wouldn't help you even if I didn't know who he is. What can you tell me about Quinctius?
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue.
Okay.
He's also known to have delusions of grandeur.
Okay.
The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
I think I know who he is. Perhaps the Emperor was looking for a scapegoat. Because, you know, Emperor Nero is, I know that guy.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
I have no idea who or where he is.
Then you're of no use to me.
And
do you have any last words?
Dead. Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. If you fire that arrow, everyone here is going to die.
Well, I'd say that's rather convenient, since I was planning to kill you all anyway.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Kill him. Oh fuck, they turned him into gold. I'm running.
Hide!
Okay. I don't know how to... know how to get there. Help? Down here. Over here.
What have we done?
Oh god. Oh fuck me. Don't. Oh my god, it's so laggy. What the fuck? Oh boy. Shit. Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to Sensi so you can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night?
Shit, no problem, I have to go.
And since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made.
What?
Worked real hard on it.
Thanks? A zipline handlebar.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
If it works.
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks.
All right. See you around.
So... Alright. Nequid furantur noli nocere nol. Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Just don't, man.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor? What do you need?
Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I, couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it.
You want me to do
you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me?
Sure. Why not? Why do you need it?
I don't really feel comfortable talking about it.
Oh, come on. Who's the lady? Come on, tell me. Do you have a little crush on someone?
Look, I'll tell you everything if you get it from me. All right?
All right, sure. Why not?
Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance.
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Wait, whoa.
No.
Ever thought about running for magistrate yourself?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Centius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
Why is Dooley in a cell?
Because Centius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. It's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Centius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
I'll be going now.
All right. See you around.
I'll see you around, man. I'll see you around. Huh? Shit. Okay. Oh, we're back here. I haven't been here in...
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
I'm not ready to do whatever that is. So how the fuck do I get that flower? Wait. Do you actually want me to... Do I even have things? I have the bread, so I did manage to keep what I took last time. Alright. I sort of know where I am. My criminal energy, it says that running to the portal was the right call, yeah. A letter from Livia. Oh, so this is from Livia. Livia was the one that went insane. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Alright. He watches through their eyes. I think it is about the statues watching, like it was in the mod. It still doesn't allow me to steal though. Wooden carving. Leave the bread, I don't really need that. can't get in there. I don't have the climbing gears to do it, so it doesn't really matter. What's this? What's that say? A stone grate with holes in it. Perhaps there's another layer of city under the forum. Ulpius, Amat, or Sidit, Cintilla. Ulpius loves Cintilla. Corrected to Ulpius killed Cintilla. Who the heck is Ulpius? Ulpius. Archaeologist's insight. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Pro peccata unius multis dolebund. That's just an old scroll. Don't look at me. The myth of the Golden Rule by Dorothas the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respect to the god responsible for the city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the Golden Rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a conscious decision based on faulty reasoning. Yet the great thread, the sword of Damocles that we live under, is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. First, it may be argued that the inscription stating the many shall suffer for the sins of the one is evidence that the Golden Rule is very real. But that is logically unsound, for we cannot assume the writers knew any more than we did. That this message was inscribed does not make it true any more than if I were to inscribe Dorothas the Younger is a god. Second, it may be argued that the statues in this place are evidence that the Golden Rule is real. You did not remind me of that. It was I who discovered them all around the city. It was I who collected them, placed them in a handcart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. I will not soon forget them, and yet I refuse to leap to the conclusion that they were once real people. There is simply no evidence to support the conclusion. When we read the story of Venice bringing Pygmalion sculpture Galatea to life, we do not believe it's true. Why should we take a different view here? But ultimately, these arguments are just that. After years of living in fear, there is only one way for me to prove that the Golden Rule is a falsehood, and that is through action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our city's history. Let us see once and for all if the Golden Rule is real, as I just strike one of you with my fist. How did that go for you, buddy? Oh, that's a door. Okay, I made it back here. An old chest with some money that I can somehow take because, I don't know. I don't know why I can take the money. Maybe they're no one's money. Where am I? Oh. I made it back here, huh? So, it's not Rufus. I think the weird guy is that. Majestic? This is the guy with the blue eye and the green eye.
Fresh
this
meat,
is
huh?
Quinces, just or whatever.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
I can barely see his eyes, but what's the story?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Why are you dressed like a gladiator?
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Alright, dude. Alright, mate. Fair enough. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Oh, that's a bad idea. How's he going to do that?
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Would you tell me now?
'Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Centius a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that.
Sure, no, we cannot have that. Sounds great, though.
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Alright, alright. I'd like to meet Malleolus.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
How much?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man.
Just tell me how
left
much.
me strict instructions he doesn't want to be
Just how much? What do you want?
Dunno. Something good.
Isn't soliciting bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
This is but a tribute. You gotta believe me. I wish you were there. Well, you can have, how about, 10 denarii?
Hey, Caput Murde. Future AS. Just make it good.
How about 100?
Os inculio mio. Just make it good.
What did he say? I sort of understood part of it because of Italian. I think he said up yours. I'll see what I can do.
Just make it good. Whatever.
I sort of know what he said. Sort of. Wait, I know this place. I've been here.
Fresh meat, huh?
Go on, mate. Ah, fuck it. Don't jump on me.
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election?
Okay, okay. Is it only one way, huh? It is. Alright, I'm gonna try to get the flower, I suppose. This is gonna be a nightmare, but I'm gonna quick save. Wow. That was a lot of momentum, way more than I was expecting, honestly. Oh fuck. So much momentum, I have to let go almost immediately. Come on, dude. Ooh, that's a chest underwater. I saw that. Grab it! I got it. I actually got it. Alright, good stuff. Money. What is that? That's another chest. I need something to get up here. I don't know what, but that's a big chest up there. All right. Galerius? I got your flower, man.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
I have that flower you wanted.
Brilliant! You did it! Well done! This is going to make her so happy. Aqueducts, I mean.
Oh.
Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her. What I really want to do is walk up to her, give her the flower, and confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met.
Do it.
But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be terrible.
What's the worst that could happen?
You mean, aside from her execution?
Whoa.
You see, Aqueducts is a Vestal priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods and a capital offense.
I mean, you just have to
If she
not
was just
fuck.
suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive.
Oh my god.
Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. But at the same time, she's just so kind and graceful, and I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think they can kill her because they're gonna break the golden
What would you
rule.
do?
So what are they gonna do, really? I think you can admire her discreetly from afar. That's a fucking psycho thing to say. Yeah, you should be a stalker, Galerius. That's how you deal with this. I'm no relationship counselor, figure it out on your own. But if having sex with her breaks the golden rule, I mean, only one way to find out. If you really love her, you need to get over her. I think you should tell her how you feel. Consequences be damned.
Now that I hear you say that out loud, I hear how crazy it is. I think maybe I need to be a bit more cautious. What I need is a go-between. Someone who can tell her how I feel and find out how she feels without risking her life. What do you say? Do you think you could help me one more time?
Sure, just because I need to.
Wonderful! Now, all I need you to do is give her the flower and tell her it's from a secret admirer. Tell her I'll keep my distance and that I just want her to know that she's loved.
Can be love and not fuck, just some mutual masturbation and you're both good to go. I mean, can Vestals do themselves, though, is the question. That's corny, but alright, I'll do it.
Thank you. Come back as quick as you can and tell me what she says.
Also, I need the eggs. Honk. Honk honk. The priestess. Sorry, yeah? What were you saying about the priestess? Fucking weird statues. She just needs to be a virgin. You can probably use the other 3 hole. 3 hole? Oh my god, great. You disgusting monster. What are you doing?
Are they? A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Aqueducts. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
We talked already. Shit. 3? Yeah, I know. Icarus, don't ask. Don't trigger him. He's probably gonna say something weird now. Do you know a way out of here?
I don't, I'm afraid.
Right. Someone wanted me to give you this flower, by the way.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Oh, how lovely. It just happens to be my favorite, too. Who do I have to thank for this?
I'm supposed to tell you it's from your secret admirer and that they'll keep their distance. They just want to know that you're loved.
I see. So, it's from Galerius, then?
You know already, huh?
Of course I do. I think everyone in the city knows. That man is a wonderful human being, and my favorite person in the world. But he is the least subtle secret admirer you could imagine. The way he looks at me with those puppy dog eyes. Plus, he's been trying for weeks to get his hands on this flower. He went to so much effort, too. Suspending that rope above the lake, inventing that pulley device, all on his own. He'd just stand there each morning, looking at the flower, trying to summon the courage to seize it. Oh, my heart.
So what should I tell him?
Tell that adorable oaf that my Vestal's vow of chastity ends once I turn 36. So if we ever make it out of here, and he doesn't mind waiting a few years, then tell him I love him too.
Oh. Well, that was easy.
I hope so. See you again soon, I hope.
That was really easy. And the guy was worried.
Keeping an
They
eye
can just
on
wait a few
things,
years and then
Horatius?
fuck all they want.
As always, priestess.
Any news about Cintilla, Navia, or Kabash?
No sign of any of them, I'm afraid. But we do have a newcomer. Strangely dressed fella. Funny accent, too.
A traveller from a faraway land, then?
Seems that way.
Then let's make sure he feels welcome, shall we?
Of course, priestess.
I used to know a guy. Oh my god, I finished reading the sentence before I said it out loud. I don't think I want to say it out loud. What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, to each his own, I guess, but Jesus. Hilarious.
Ah, it's you again.
Hey, Mr.
Hope
Clean.
you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
I delivered that flower to Aqueducts for you.
Thanks. What did she say?
She said that she knew it was from you, and she asked me to tell you that once she turned 36, you guys can, you know, patch kapow all you want.
Venus, that is the best news I've ever heard in my life. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how happy you've made me. I wish there was something I could do to thank you properly, but I don't have much to offer you. All I can do is tell you where there's a secret stash of coins you might be interested in.
Oh, yeah? I'm listening.
In the rock tunnel, near the stairs, there's a little doorway set into the rock. Inside, if you look carefully, you can see a chest.
Yeah, but there's a golden...
Unfortunately, one of those golden huntress statues is blocking the path, and I'm not game to move it.
Right.
If you can figure out how to get past it, I reckon there might be a small fortune waiting for you. I hope that helps in some way.
That doesn't help. I already know both about the statue
Alright.
and about the
See
treasure. You fucking useless, Galerius. But yeah, because all I'm gonna say about that is that if your friend actually thinks... Not your friend, I suppose. The guy that you know. But if he thinks he can do that, he has a very small PP, doesn't he? So you think there's a way past the statue? Or was it? There probably is someone on Earth with nostrils big enough? I mean, I don't know about that. What are they doing? It's an amazing. I hope that's real, you know? I hope that some ancient Roman actually made something like this. I don't think so, though. Okay, so... what now? So... Okay, this is the merchant way, alright. What's this way, then? think I just need to explore a bit more around here. I haven't done that too much. Wait, this is leading... But this is the way out, isn't it? How do I up here then? Coin pouch. Yoink. What's this? Oh, where the frick am I going? There's a way down. There's a rope down from here. I know, lady, I know. Okay, I need some sort of superpower to latch onto the vines. The temple! I found my way to the temple. Finally. Also, I need to check on my experiment, guys. I haven't checked. No emails. Good number of answers. Still above 30, so looking good, I suppose. What the fuck is that, Sisyphus? Is that actual Sisyphus? Hey.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia.
Hey,
Welcome
Octavia.
to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Feeling a bit on edge, honestly.
That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, well, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Okay, what have you learned? So you're a Christian. Wow, that's a director. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Well, I mean, sinning is fun. Seems that way to me.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Oh, there's going to be some intervention, alright?
I wish I shared your faith.
So, what's the story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family.
Oh,
But
yeah?
long hours of menial labour for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. How did you end up here, though?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome, 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water. rising up to hit my cheekbone.
And then a person...
I woke up by the river, near that shrine.
Yeah.
And stumbled across this place.
Yeah. Telequid says some of the people mentioned the river. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. God? Don't you mean the gods?
Oh, yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
If you like.
So you're a Christian, huh?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Hey, chin up, you're gonna dominate the next 2,000 years. So, your secret's safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Do you know of a way out?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumours, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose.
I don't know about wealthy,
If that doesn't
but...
work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Thanks, I'll look
I
into
hope it works out.
Sure. I'll be going.
All right.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
What?
Oh no. No.
What the fuck is he doing?
No,
dude.
Ulpius, what are you doing?
Ulpius.
Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things
Isn't
are hard
this guy
for you
the
right
one that
now.
was in love with...
They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through.
With the one that disappeared?
If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
I did. I mean, I don't know how to do it. Do you really think his suicide would break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
Alright, fuck, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Oh, we're doomed. Ulpius, can we talk? Stop this right now. Go on then, go ahead. Bluff. Oh no, Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
Look, I don't give a shit about the Empire. I was just going to ask you what's wrong, actually.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life.
Malleolus?
I'm out. Wherever you are, Cintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Well...
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Well, the suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
Was that my fault? No. What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
What did you just say? You think I should? Are you sure about that? Well, I'll think about it, okay? There's a missing piece. Since somebody removed a plague from here, I'll need to find and decipher the meaning of the obelisk. Oh, damn. The temple door is locked. You don't think about leaps of faith? Can't tell me what to do on my leap of fate. Hey Sisyphus, how you doing? The entire concept is that you have fate and jump, but I don't have fate. So I'll think about it. Find a creative way into the upper cistern. That's a cistern? Whispery voice, they guide you to the portal when you go lost. See, that's reasoning, that's not. Hey. Oh. Hey, panties. Wait, where is this? Where is this going? Oh. Oh my god, that was a lot of money. Holy shit, that was a lot of money. Where's this way? The fuck is this? I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it, Navia. Find a way into the palace. More arrows. I need a bow. And there's a way to climb, but I need the power to jump through those things. Thanks. A fountain producing fresh water, which is coming from the aqueduct. Well, I can enter the city with the aqueduct. Perhaps there's also a way to escape through them. Perhaps. Where's this going? A sponge stick. Toilets. X-Sync via Sola S. The only way is out. Whoever wrote this was interrupted, perhaps tragically. This may be the one I was talking about. Nisse, Semper Vigilant, they're always watching, yeah. Yep. Yeah, one of these may be open, you know? This goes down to... Oh! To here. Okay. I know where I am, sort of. I have a few minutes before I have to stop streaming, so I'm gonna jump down the hole. Maybe I'll acquire some new power. Maybe I can climb the vines. That'll open up the game quite a lot. But yeah, the main story seems to be very similar, and the characters are roughly the same. They did obviously adjust them for the new setting, gave them some new stories. But I mean, it's good. It's a good expansion over the initial concept of the mod. So, here we fucking go.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. And, yes, no more shall you walk on,
oh my god, we're doomed. If that guy becomes the mayor, we're doomed.
Yes. No more shall you
Okay, somebody's crying behind that door. The dude doesn't hear someone crashing through his pool and another one landing in the water.
A day of celebration. I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. Yes.
It's very busy, you see. Where do you think he would leave a key? Guessing on his person. I'm checking the vases, but I don't think there's anything. This is very Greek. There's Greek sculptures, Greek vases, Greek everything. What's this? Ulpius to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again in Gan Eden. Is that it? It was. To be a key somewhere. Note from Yulia. Yulia to her captors Malleolus and Claudia curse you to the depths. By the time you read this I already be dead, because death is preferable to another day in depth bondage to you. May vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus for all eternity. Damn. So Yulia killed herself, huh? Okay. Those. Don't see any keys. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to go up to that guy and talk to him. Oh, sorry. This cannot be the guy that just jumped. That's a skeleton. No, it's not a skeleton, but that is long decomposed. That is almost a skeleton, yeah? There's barely any flesh attached to it. Or is it? I mean... Oh, key to the villa. I'll take that. Hello?
You're not supposed to be in here.
My bad. I'll be going now. I know. Where do you keep your valuables? Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Like, who are you? What's the story?
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa?
Oh,
I have quite
Claudia?
enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private.
I mean, why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
Okay. Do you know a way out of here?
Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
Alright, what do you think about the golden rule?
I think it's about to be broken if you...
Alright, I'll be going.
Finally! This is outrageous.
Right. Just gonna... Oh, $2,000? Holy shit, man. So anyway... I guess I can go talk to the guy. Oh, fuck.
Did you just leap into my villa
It's
from
him.
the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
It's him. It's the guy with the green and the blue eye. This is the Christian guy that set the fires, or supposedly, allegedly. What do you think about the golden rule?
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
What makes you sure it's not real?
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the golden rule is real?
The golden rule is definitely real.
Nonsense! There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
I found a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule. Whoever wrote it obviously died because they refused to accept the golden rule.
You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theatre? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you?
Because it's older than him. What would it take to prove you it's real? Books? Notes?
Surely you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
And what do you need? Even if you can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting will make the city a better place. Is that a good thing? It's true, the internet doesn't lie. Yeah.
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
Oh boy. I am reliving the same day over and over again. The golden rule is broken each time.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations.
I can prove it.
He won't get away with this much longer.
I can actually prove it. Tell me something only you know, and I'll come back tomorrow and I'll tell that to you. I can see nothing. Or you mean, I mean, I'll come back in the same day, but you know what I mean. You don't, but whatever. I can see nothing I say is going to convince you.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
What's the story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
Alright, I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Alright. What's down here? Wait, he heard me jump into the water, but he didn't hear the other guy? What happened to Ulpius?
Still here.
Well, I'll do things in my own time. Don't rush me, okay? think I'll go talk to your wife again. Maybe this time she'll
Get out before I have Domitius throw you out.
She looks busy. I should try.
Why are you still here?
Because I want to talk to you.
Finally.
Alright, whatever, man. Jesus. The weird thing is that the statue looks almost like they were trying to catch him. Hey,
Oi!
man.
How did you get in there, you cheeky little Sturkus? If I cop an earful from Malleolus, I'll be coming for you. What now?
Do you know a way out of here?
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah? This place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
Alright.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, now what do I do? Figure out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. Ask Ulpius how Cintilla would feel about his suicide. That's a bit too late now. Find a way into the palace. Obtain a bow. Figure out how to get Galerius elected magistrate. Persuade Galerius to run. Ask Aqueducts to call the election. All around the bridge. Find a creative way into the upper cistern. I mean, I know I'll have to rewind time a few times to do everything, but... dig some dirt. Malleolus. Find out what's this person's pressure. I'm just doing as much as I can before I have to reset. Can I get to that place that's on the ground here somewhere? The one with the prostitute?
Ooh! Oh!
Oh, ooh. Ew. $100? I'll take that. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Oh, it's up there. Oh shit, how do I get up? They said there was a temple down here, by the way. I haven't seen the temple. But this is where I wanted to be. Gladiator shield. Looks like Domitius was carrying his shield with him when he arrived in the city. He's got some money. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Damn. A dice tower. A metal dice tower designed to stop people from cheating when rolling dices. Clearly cheating must be a problem among the Romans. Is that a real thing? That's amazing.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water.
Model arena.
And the tree you grasp at
Small wooden model of the
you.
arena, possibly the Verona arena, which is completed in the 1st century and is still in use today. I mean, I've been there. It's actually a pretty impressive structure, though a little bit empty. You know, there's nothing. It's just a bunch of rocks.
The 49 Bellides fetch again with incessant labor. The water
Galerius
they
for
have
magistrate,
lost.
countered by I would rather drink Aurelia's special brew. Somebody wants Galerius magistrate. poem by Galerius. My life has been torturous as 7 labors of Hercules. Orphan, defeated, and enslaved, yet I would suffer it all again gladly, because each lost wound and tragedy brought me to you. Radiant as Rome's sacred flame, your bright warmth nourishes my soul. I know I can never touch you any more than a hold Vesta's flame, but to watch and love you from afar, bathing in your glow, is enough. Oh my god, this guy's a prototype. There you go. A zipline. Now I just need something more than a zipline. What is this? Horatius. It's got money. It's got a cavalry helmet. Ancient Roman cavalry helmet with an enclosed face mask and plume made of dyed horsehair. Let's see. So while running like a maniac up here, I saw a lot of rooms. Like this one. The carving of a lion. Looks Egyptian. It's probably that guy, the tailor. Note from Kabash. A Kabash to Kabash. I told Lucrezia about the dreams I've been having, and she said it might help her divine the meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always, his face shrouded in shadow from the peculiar ram headdress. Once again he introduced himself as Curthy, and told me he dragged me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Curthy? Karen? Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know. Who's Curthy? Good question, man. Okay, what's this? Stone carving. I know this. I've seen this before. It's a bone. Yeah, it's a bone. It's half of it. It's not finished, you see. It should be like that on the other side as well. It's a very long bone. Stone disc with a fish. Rufus. This is Rufus. Okay. Wait. Is the fish... Does this mean the Christian or something? Is that fish like a symbol of Christianity? Because, you know, Jesus multiplied the fishes or something. I've no doubt that you've seen this before. Yeah, I mean, I see it every day, you know. Every time I go to the bathroom, I see it. It's there, like in between my legs.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
Surgical tools. Of course, not quite to scale. Yeah, you would like that, would you? A key to the chest in the shrine of Apollo. Don't mind if I do. Olivia's chest has... oh no, this is sad. She's got 1 coin. Oh, Olivia. Oh, Olivia. Take it. No. Lucrezia's got 45, and she's got... what is that? A herb rack. Wooden rack containing various dried herbs and substances. Alright. I need to go. I want to go to sleep. What's this? The fuck is that? That's disgusting. A doll. Ew. A rudimentary doll. It looks like it has been well loved. Oh, this is that guy. This is Dooley's room. He gave me a doll. Galerius loves Aqueducts. Counted by fornicate with her and we all die. Yikes. Huh?
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
Tavern keg. Built-in cup holders. Wow, that's neat. It's a dice tower. Oh, I've been here. And this was the way in. Okay. I think I have to go up here.
Well, isn't that an impressive trinket?
What, my...
You stay away from my money!
Don't worry. A large vat for brewing beer. There's a layer of small insects drowning on the surface. Oh. Okay, we're not drinking the beer. We know that now. Aurelius' chest is locked. Huh? Alright. I have a key somewhere. Aurelius' chest. Steel item. Oh, fuck. Alright.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ow, fuck. Am I going the right way? I am. I just have to hide. Fuck. My dude? I need you to open the door right now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Good stuff. Oh no. We had this conversation before. I actually want to talk to you again. Are we going now? I don't... Oh man, I have to do the flower again.
Ah, it's you again. No.
Ever thought about running for magistrate?
I've bounced the idea around.
I don't think Malleolus is going to help Dooley.
And how could you know that? I mean, I don't like the man, but I don't see how you could know a thing like that.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. You're right.
Nice.
All
right.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the step. Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
What's in the chest?
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a
Aurelius'
cauldron?
diary.
You'll scare away my customers.
Diary. Today I'm celebrating. I made the easiest 1,000 denarii I've ever made. By selling a way out to a desperate fool, of course. It may not have been the way out she was hoping for. But hemlock
You're
still
in a world
counts.
of your own,
shit.
aren't you?
I'll teach her for insulting my hair. And since it didn't break the golden rule, I may have to try this again sometime. Dear diary, it worked again. I'm now another 1,000 denarii richer thanks to Ulpius and his desperation to escape. Of course, there's very little to spend money on here, but just having it gives me a little thrill, for a brief moment at least. I finally have something to spend my money on. Malleolus is running for magistrate in the election tomorrow, and he promised me that for a sufficient tribute he'll be able to move into Old Centus Villa once it's vacated. How he plans to achieve that he wouldn't say, but still, I'd better make sure he wins. That bitch. I'm gonna steal this.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ooh, don't. I mean, while I'm stealing, I suppose I should also steal the money, right? Alright. Try to buy time by having the archer try to snipe me and not come closer to me. Ah, fuck, that hurts. Come on, dude. Run. Alright. Do your thing. Those are the cans that were coming closer. I know. I just learned that. But you know what I also have learned? That I have solid proof that the lady in that Aurelia was the one killing people, left or right. And I guess we'll leave it at that for today. I'm just gonna drop a save, alright? And we're gonna continue tomorrow. New save. And goal completed. Run. I have the thing, don't I, now? Aurelia, Apollo, Aurelia's diary. I have it, yeah. Alright, cool, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. We're probably gonna keep playing this. It shouldn't be a long game, but, you know. I usually take my time when it comes to these things, so, yeah. Alright. Well, that's it, guys. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.